What's up guys, it's Jacob, and behind me I have my 2003 CR125 two-stroke. And a lot of you guys know I picked this bike up earlier this year and did a lot of work to it. Put the new plastics on. I do have the shrouds and everything, but I'm working on it currently. Yesterday I went ahead and did the top end on it, and I had some problems with it, with the stud. It broke, so I had to order a stud remover and all that. And the bike has good compression now, which I was worried about before, but we just can't get it running the right way. So I've gone through the carburetor before, but it has been sitting for a while, so that's my number one suspect. And then another thing that I haven't checked out on this bike is the reed valve. So we're gonna go ahead and tear apart this bike today and check out the reeds, and I'll show you guys what to look for. Okay guys, we're almost there. All you have to do is take the shock and just lean it back so we can access the carburetor, take off the throttle, and then we'll be able to take off the reeds, and I'll show you guys what to look for when replacing those, and when to replace them, and everything you need to know about your reeds, because my bike will start up but it just won't idle, and anything I do to the carburetor is just not making a difference. So could be the carburetor still, but I've never checked out these reeds, and based on the condition of the bike that I got it in, I'm guessing that these are going to be broke or chipped, so stay tuned. Alrighty guys, so after about 15 minutes, and as you can see, a couple bolts, not too hard, we have the reed. Okay, so the first thing you want to inspect, and it sits like this in the dirt bike, and the carburetor sits right here. The first thing you want to inspect, if your dirt bike isn't idling or starting properly, is this boot, because oftentimes it gets old and worn, and you'll find some cracks, and that could cause air leaks, which will mess up your idle. So on this one I don't see any air leaks, but I do see it's very gunky and dirty, so I'd say this is good. I'm gonna just clean it up a little. Okay, and then you move on to the reeds itself. There's this little block thing, you just take it out, set it aside, then you got your reeds. So basically what this is a one-way entrance into the engine where it delivers the fuel and air into a proper mixture into your cylinder, and it goes with the RPMs of the dirt bike. So if your dirt bike is going at 5,000 RPMs, this thing is moving 5,000 times per minute. So these oftentimes wear out, these flaps. And with this one I don't see anything too bad, but I do notice this flap right here is open a little bit. And another way you can tell if these are bad is if you look through them and you could see the light. you can see the light, these are time to be replaced, and you could replace them with V-Force reeds or the Boycine or whatever you prefer, but I'm keeping it as cheap as possible because I plan on selling this bike and we just need it to run right now correctly. So I'm going to try a quick fix, and if this doesn't fix it, then I'm gonna just replace the flaps. I'm gonna go ahead and take these 3 screws out on each side, take the flaps and switch them over to make it more closed, and see if that helps any. And if it doesn't, then I'm gonna move on to ordering some new reeds. But anyways, I'll get back to you guys, and I'm also going to check out the carburetor and see the condition of that. Okay guys, as I was taking off the 3 bolts to flip these flaps around, this is why you always inspect closer. And these sheets are usually carbon fiber or plastic. They used to make them metal where they last longer, but that will destroy your engine if it happens to break, because these are used a lot. Like, they move up and down a lot. So as you guys can see, we have a crack, a chip missing right at the top, which I didn't see initially, but if you can see right there, that is chipped. And I think on this side it is cracked even further down the reed. So what you can do is go onto the internet and actually just order these flaps instead of ordering the whole assembly, and it shouldn't run you too much. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna go ahead and replace these flaps. Meanwhile, I'm gonna clean my carburetor and get that locked down, and then once these flaps get here, I'll install the carburetor again, and hopefully that was my problem, because the bike starts but it won't idle right, and no matter how much I mess with the carburetor, it still doesn't idle right. So that leads me to think that this chip right here is the culprit of my problem. So I'm gonna go ahead and order that up, and we're gonna throw on these, and hopefully it runs right after. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Next video, we'll get those reeds installed and see if it makes any sort of difference in my idle. I just wanted to make this video to inform you guys. If your 2-stroke isn't running right, that could be the reason why. It may not be the reason why, but it's good to check them out. And as you see, if you dig deeper, they may look good on the outside, but if you flip them around, it could have a crack on it, and that could be leaning to your no start or idling issues or anything like that. So if you guys have any questions, comment below, hit that like button, and I'll see you guys next time.